Firefighters in Idaho are dealing with a really unique challenge while battling a wildfire in the Boise foothills, exploding weapons such as bombs and grenades.
Yeah, so in the early 1900s, the Army actually trained where that fire is now burning. Cooper Morgan with our Boise sister station looks at how that changes how they do their jobs.
It's an immediate impact.
Dozers. We can't use dozers in those areas.
As the Claremont fire burns, the dangers above ground are clear and can be attacked. But under their feet, another kind of danger.
Artillery shells, mortars, things of that nature.
The military reserve was an active training range for the Army in the early 1900s. And the byproduct?
Unexploded ordnance is ordnance that was shot off either through military training or through other types of training, but it hasn't exploded as intended.
Assistant Fire Chief Brad Bolin was there 30 years ago when crews found enough unexploded shells, and they decided to formally designate the area as a UXO zone.
Those shells are there. They seem to be finding a few each day, and we have some very, very strong concerns for the safety.
And this really came to light in 1996 after the Foothills fire and during the mitigation efforts and the rehabilitation efforts of the fire scar.
What people saw as a simple hillside then turned into a landscape of hidden hazards.
I know that our folks found an inert round just the other day that was in pristine condition.
And in 1999, the Army Corps of Engineer and Earth Tech scientists worked at digging them up. But they can't be sure they found them all.
If it was hazardous when it was fired, it's hazardous now. And the folks should stay away from them. If they see anything that they recognize that could be ordnance, they should just stay away from it.
And so the way Boise Fire, the Bureau of Land Management, other entities navigate the land has changed.
Any type of ground disturbance could potentially explode something that was not detected before.
Instead of pushing dirt with heavy equipment, crews rely on hose lays, backfires, and retardant. In some sections, they don't send firefighters in at all.
How are we going to identify before we get into a situation where we have a critical need for a dozer or something else?
To get ahead of fires here, Boise Fire even contracted a robotic mower this year. The Firebot cuts grass and creates fire breaks around the reserve. Crews then went back in with weed whackers to widen those lines. It's a constant balance. Protect homes without walking firefighters into a minefield of old munitions. Bolin says the priority is clear: to keep his crews safe.
The safety of our personnel is number one on the minds of the fire chief and the chief officers, without a doubt. However, we will risk a lot to save a lot.